Okay, this is the DuPage County zoning hearing officer, Robert Carthall. I'm going to, and we're here on May 15 at 2:30. My first case that I'm going to call is 24024 Ritorsky. It's a Lyle Township request. And our petitioner is attempting to resolve some issues with the township, as I understand. And as a result of that, he has asked for a continuance. It's our practice to grant routinely a request for an initial continuance. So I will continue this matter to June 5, 2024 at 2:30 in this same room. And with that, we'll go off the record on this case. Yeah, we're back on the record. This is Robert Carthall, zoning hearing officer. Today is our May 15th, 2024 hearing, and we've called to order already. I'm going to ask for a public comment. I'm told there is no public comment to be offered, so the next item on the agenda is the Comlo petition, which is 24021, a York Township case. And we have a variation to reduce the interior side setback from 10 feet to approximately 4 feet for a new detached garage. Matter was published in the Daily Herald on April 30, 2024. And I have no objections or comments from any of the authorities to whom we have circulated the petition. I have two exhibits. One is a survey from 2019. The second is a hand-drawn site plan, which is a markup of the survey from 2019. I'll admit both of those and ask the gentleman here, who I presume to be Mr. Comlo, to raise your hand and be sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Good, thank you, sir. First of all, did you buy the house in 2019?
Yes,
And did you mark up these indications on the survey to serve as your site plan?
yes,
Let's start with electric. It says, it appeared to say electric lane. Does that mean the electric line?
yes.
It's hard for me to read that.
Yeah.
And then you've drawn a garage. Do you have an attached garage on your house now?
This, yeah, I have attached one car garage. And on the backyard is it's like a shed, you know. Is bricks shed. There was horse over there. They keep horse over there. And then this part I like to build the new detached garage. I know the regulation is on my zone is when it's over 20,000 feet square feet the lot, I gotta keep the 110 of the width of my lot from my neighbor. But I have a lot of trees over there, and I don't want to destroy those trees.
What, tell me, I don't think I asked you to identify yourself. Could you just tell us who you are and what your address is? You're Mr. Comlo, right?
Yes.
And your address?
Comlo. 0 South 451 Summit Avenue.
Okay, what's the purpose of the new detached garage?
You know, we have 3 cars, and I am kind of the exhibit, the commercial exhibit and display maker. So I have a lot of tools, a lot of stuff, you know. I got no place to hold this, you know. And my cars, you know, on the back parking lot, I got a small parking lot on the back and up front, you know. So I got to take a couple of trailers, which I like to keep, you know, in the garage.
Are you an employee of another business, or are you in business for yourself?
Non-employee.
Okay. And How long have you been employed as a display carpenter?
Oh, from 1989.
So that's 30, I don't know, 36 years or something like this. It's the year my daughter was born, and it's a great year in Bordeaux for Cabernet. No, she was born in '86, but I'm still right about the Cabernet. Okay, tell me about the trees. This is a really tall order. You know, you've kind of scribbled some trees. Do you have photographs or something?
Yes. First tree is
Whoa,
tamarack.
whoa. This is a different exhibit. You want to substitute this as exhibit 2, the site
Yeah,
plan?
mark here where the trees grow.
Right, I'm gonna, this will be exhibit, 2A. Site plan exhibit 2A, because you already submitted a site plan. This is slightly different.
Okay. And I mark here number 1. This is tamarack tree, which we planted in 2019. This tree doesn't grow here. Well, I bring this from Oregon State. I plant this tree, actually I bring 3. One I planted by my land by Dixon, Illinois. I don't know, that's 6 acres forest. And so this tree doesn't grow here. This is,
It's not native to Illinois. I'm
No.
not entirely certain that it's, legal to do that, but I don't know. I had a similar problem with a tree about 40 years ago, brought from Michigan. And I was told I broke the rules.
The second tree is here. This is white mulberry tree. They produce white berries,
Yeah,
which there hundreds birds all the time eat those guys, So anyway, I'm nature lover, so I'm not going to cut this tree, I don't want to. And the third one is on the back, right here. This is elm tree. It's very tall, 60 feet.
but the elm tree would not be,
Yes.
compromised.
No, no, yeah, if I build a garage like I want, like a 4 feet from the borderline. See, this is, I built and then hang the.
Yeah, but let's talk about the elm tree.
Mhm.
If you moved the garage in this
Then,
direction, which
yeah.
looks to be south,
Yeah.
that's not gonna compromise the elm tree, right?
I gotta cut down this one gonna be grow.
This one can grow?
No, because it'll be too close.
Yeah.
This tree, tamarack, the roots going horizontal. They need, space.
Yeah, okay.
So if I move, I got one more down here.
I'm gonna take these as group exhibit 3, which is comprised of 4 pictures of trees. What's this one with showing? with the
This
bird?
is the elm tree. I just take a picture of
Oh,
the
okay.
bird houses, because by my land, I built and hang 46 bird houses.
Yeah, so your hardship is, what is this now?
This is the second plan. Here, I mark here the garage according the.
Oh, as if it were
Yeah.
10 feet?
Yeah, and 9.8 feet, okay? So then I had to move this tree like I don't know, 6 feet that way, because I'm not going to destroy the tamarack tree.
So,
So then I gotta cut this one and this one either.
okay, if you moved it, say 14 feet instead of 10,
Then I had to cut down this one anyway.
then you have one tree, which is number 2. And that is that the mulberry? Yeah, white mulberry. Okay,
That's it. Then you'll be back to that because the garage will be almost on the middle of the backyard.
let me take this, I'm gonna make this petitioner's exhibit 2B. Sorry, what? Site plan version 3. 2B. Or not 2B.
Here, I gotta cut those two trees.
Right. Okay, I get it.
So please, those.
I'm not, okay, there's some technical requirements here, that I have to consider. I understand your request. Do you have anything else you want to offer?
I think that's it. And here I got, septic. And here on the back, we have the drainage everywhere.
Yeah, but it's significantly, the septic is significantly farther south, right?
Yes, but the old drains go this way,
What do you mean drains?
you know, from the septic.
The septic lines?
Yes,
Okay,
so I cannot move, move far away,
well, I don't,
this way or this way.
yeah, I don't know precisely where they are. Okay, I understand your request. You understand how this process works? I make a decision in the next couple of weeks. It gets transmitted to the county development committee and then finally the full county board. And then that's the last, decision, administrative decision, there's court review after that if necessary. But if you have nothing else, I'm ready to close the, hearing and you'll get a
I
decision.
think my neighbor, called Mr.
There's no
House.
house.
Our house, she says so she had no problem with if I build this garage, 4 feet from the.
Well, I don't have any comments from her. She can send us an email if she likes, and I'll hold the record open for the receipt of that email before I make the decision. So tell her to send Paul or Jessica an email if you want.
I don't know if you guys need this request, my request, or you have on the file,
Or request. This letter?
Yeah,
We have that.
oh,
Right.
there was one more before.
I'm gonna take these two as a group exhibit 4. It's the same, it's, okay, I get it. Very good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Right.
please,
Okay, this again is Robert Carthel, the zoning hearing officer. It's May 15. The next item on the agenda is 24-023, the Greasy petition. This is a request for variation to allow a boat on a trailer, 24/8 recreational vehicle in front of the front wall. And number 2, a variation to reduce the front yard setback from the required 30 feet to approximately 5 feet to park a boat on trailer 24/8 recreational vehicle. This matter was published in the Daily Herald on April 30, 2024. And I have objections from the city of Warrenville. No comments received by any of the other authorities to whom we've circulated the petition. I have one exhibit in this case, which is a 2000 24-year-old survey, which is marked up to serve apparently as the proposed site plan. I don't know, is this a survey site plan combination? Did you submit this?
Yes.
Oh,
It's Jessica. It's Jessica's fault.
okay. Raise your hand and be sworn in, please.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And I recognize, well, identify yourself if you would.
Todd William Grease,
Address.
29W 610 Butterfield Road, Warrenville.
And I recognize that Ms. Nelson is with us by telephone, and I'll indicate that she was sworn in prior to the hearing with a group swearing in. Okay, sir. Apparently you've lived here since 2000 because you give me a 24-year-old survey. Did you get it in 2000?
It's the original. The property.
Okay.
It's all the same, nothing's not if things change.
Okay, well, the rule is
I got it.
1 year old.
Okay,
But I'm not gonna make you do that until we get a little farther with the petition to see if there's any possibility that this will be granted.
okay.
So,
Sir, let me just start by saying, this is the boat right here.
I can't
Okay,
take, you gotta.
I just wanted you to see it.
I cannot, unless you have an exhibit, a photograph that can be made a part of the record, I can't
Okay,
take a picture.
well, I just want you to know it's not, it's a $50,000 boat. It's not a $500 boat that's all in pieces.
Well, I could take that testimony.
Yeah.
So you wanna park an expensive boat in
Yes,
front of your house? Where have you been, how long have you had it?
I just bought the boat, probably about 3 months ago.
Why can't you park it, in the permitted areas?
Well-
Behind your house or,
Well, sir, I rescued, 2 dogs from Arkansas. And they have a backyard back there that's green. And, I saved these dogs on the side of the road. And I kinda don't wanna take their backyard from them and park a boat in there and kill the grass back there. And, there's, the waterways are underground in the backyard back there. There's a field, we're on septic and, well, and there's a field back there. And there's a shed back in that corner right there also, and there's a tree house for my children back there.
are you, I don't know how familiar you are with the zoning process, but a request for a variation. The term is it runs with the land, which means if your request is granted, it lasts forever,
Right,
which is pretty extraordinary.
right. Will I have the boat forever? Probably not. On the side right here, and by the garage, there's no room. There's the easements there. So I couldn't even put a driveway in by the garage. I couldn't put a driveway in right there at all. And this is the way that I'm limited on this property, because I'm on a corner lot. My lot's on a corner. Most of the houses in the neighborhood, their driveways go down the side all the way to the back. But the corner houses don't, and I have a wide driveway. My driveway goes right here, and it goes right here, and then right to the garage.
What's on this side?
That's grass. That's the side of my house right here in the front, and the well catch right there.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a well cap right there.
you have anything else?
Just that, that's unlimited. I'm limited there. on that whole deal,
Okay,
because of the way the houses were built.
right. Ms. Nelson, do you have something, did you come just to figure out what's going on, or do you have something that you wanna say about the case?
I wanted to, first of all, confirm my husband had dropped off a package of things he was against this request, so he had dropped off a package with Jessica. So I just wanted to confirm that's added into the record.
I have that entire package. I have briefly reviewed it. And it's part of the record. I'll take it. Do you object to this case?
We object, yes, because this
No,
is
take
the,
okay, wait, I'll take it as Nelson Objectors Exhibit number 1. So it's part of the hearing record.
perfect, thank you.
You live a block from my house, so why are you even interfering with my property? And I have all kinds of police reports on your husband stalking my daughter. So why are you even interfering with me parking a boat?
Okay, she has a right to.
Yeah,
make her
I'm
decision.
just kind of appalled.
I've read the entire,
Okay,
I've skimmed the record. I'll
Okay.
get it more thoroughly.
would I be able to have copies of that?
Sure.
Yeah, because
I'll make it.
Yeah, I don't have a copy for you right now, but
I mean, my uncle's Lee Marinaccio, Body Marinaccio, and he's appalled with the harassment, and he might start a civil matter. With
that's
them.
fine with me.
Okay.
Whatever happens outside, I'm here to figure
You're here
out
to figure out if I can park.
whether or not a boat should be parked in the front
I
yard
understand.
against the ordinance forever.
We don't have to make it forever.
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
if there's, okay,
If it's a request for a variance,
I got you. I understand.
um,
I'm just limited there.
how long have you had this boat again?
About 3 months.
Who lives at this property?
My daughter and I. My grandkids come over to visit.
Well, I don't need to know. Wish I could get my grandkids to visit me a little more often. Okay, I mean, I understand, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I'm gonna guide you a little bit.
Okay.
You're required to satisfy certain requirements for a variation that are enumerated in the materials that you received. I'm not gonna ask you to do that because it's self-evident to me, but I will give you an opportunity to speak to the hardship, unique circumstance, or practical difficulty. I think I can put that together from your testimony, but I'm gonna give you a chance to tell me what you think it is.
I mean, I've been here 25 years in the house.
Yep.
And I've been there a long time. And, like I said, I hate to take the backyard away from the dogs. And stuff like that, when I have a driveway that is for parking cars and probably parking a recreational thing if you buy it for your kids. I mean, there's campers in the neighborhood and driveways and stuff, and I think there's a couple boats in the neighborhood also. It's just that I'm living, the corner houses there. It's the way they were built on the land with the driveways. I couldn't even put a driveway down the side. If I wanted to, I couldn't even go down the side by the Home Avenue side there on the street.
Okay,
I wouldn't be able to do that. And then there's a well cap on the other side where you and I were talking, right here where the yellow is. Right here where the yellow, where this parking spot would be perfect. It's off to the right, out of the way from my garage door.
except it's an eyesore, which is why we have an ordinance that says you can't park these things in your front yard.
Well, I have a fence. I have a fence there. On the sides. You know, when I moved in that house back then, the guy I bought the house from had a 28-foot race car trailer because he raced cars parked where the well cap is there. On the grass, and he killed the grass there. And when I bought the house, I had a 28-foot race car trailer because I'm into collector cars. I parked it there for a number of years. Never had an issue.
What other vehicles do you have on the property?
And I have a Corvette. I have
What year is the Corvette?
2008,
So
is
is that
the 06.
qualify as a collector car?
It's a collector
It's
car.
not your everyday car.
No,
What else?
I have a 64 Mustang. A Duramax truck. On my daughter's GT Mustang.
What do you drive every day?
I drive the Duramax.
Okay, any other recreational vehicles?
No recreational vehicles, nothing,
Snowmobiles?
nothing. I have a motorcycle in the garage.
Is the garage a two-car garage?
Yeah,
Okay, I know what I need to know. Thanks, you'll get a decision in the next couple of weeks. You can stay in touch with the staff. She did speak. Are you done, Miss Nelson?
I am. I have nothing else to add.
Okay, thank you very much.
all my neighbors, we all help each other. My neighbors, we talked about it, my neighbors are in. They don't have a problem with me parking the boat in my driveway. In fact, when I first brought the boat home, my one neighbor let me park it in her driveway for a couple of days.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Decision in the next couple of weeks, then it goes to the County Development Committee, and then finally the full county board. So all of that will take till the end of June.
go buy your kids some grandkids fishing poles and they might go fishing with you. My daughter goes fishing with me and we have a spot, me and my daughter, where we catch some real nice bass. And my dad says, you know what, you're lucky if she goes fishing with you.
That's true. That's true. I notice you're not offering the precise details of the fishing spot. I have a similar spot for morel mushrooms and I'm not telling you.
Where do you live?
I live in Itasca.
Oh, you're all the way in, I went to
Yeah.
Lake Park High School.
Let's go, let's go off the record.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm calling the next case, which is 24026 K and D Elite LLC. This is a request for variation to reduce the interior side setback from required 10 feet to approximately 1 feet to build a detached garage. Matter was, it's Bloomingdale Township case, third of an acre lot. Matter was published in the Daily Herald on April 30th, 2024. And I'll note the property is served by well and septic. I have one objection from the health department and no comments or objections from the other authorities to whom we've circulated the petition. I've got someplace a survey, which is like 2022. Yeah, 2022 survey, October of 22. I guess I'll indicate that that's reasonably current and satisfactory. That will be petitioner's exhibit number 1. Then I have a site plan which shows a hand-drawn indication of the presumed location of the garage to be completed, and it indicates it's a 20 by 20 garage. Then I have a couple of exhibits which purport to indicate the location of the septic field. And I'll take these 2 exhibits as exhibits. I don't understand the difference, but maybe that will become clear. I think maybe I'll make them group exhibit 3 and combine them together as a group exhibit. And then I have, sir, would you pronounce your last name for me?
It's Czerwiński.
Chedevinsky.
Yes.
Mr. Chedevinsky, would you raise your hand and be sworn in?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Good. Tell us your name, spell your last name, and tell us your address.
My name is Michael Czerwiński. My address is 22 W044 Thorndale Avenue, Medina, Illinois 60157.
And have you lived at the property since 2022?
Since 2023.
2023? Oh, so the survey was done just before you moved in, I guess. Huh?
Yes, it was done during the closing.
Now you have an existing, do you have an attached garage?
No, it was a detached garage, but it was since demolished.
Okay, and what happened to the old garage?
So it was demolished because it was in a very bad state. It posed a risk of collapse. So we demolished it and at the same time applied for the permit to put a new garage. And that's when the problem with the setback arose.
Did you have how long was the old garage there before you demolished it?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I believe it was since like 70s, because on the plat of survey or the previous plat of survey we had from the 70s, it was already there. So I believe that's when it was built.
Okay, so you have no experience with any difficulties that the location of the old garage presented vis-a-vis your neighbors, or
No.
have you spoken to your neighbors about replacing the garage?
Yes. So my neighbor that lives right next to me, that's my only adjacent neighbor. He said he would be fine with the garage being as I planned it.
Okay, and there is no attached garage, right?
No, there is no attached garage, no.
20 by 20, is that a 2-car garage?
Yes. It's a small 2 cars garage, yeah. So 2 big trucks wouldn't fit there, but 2 sedans would, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the septic field.
So the septic field, I wasn't aware that it was there. I was pretty sure that I have a connection with the city sewers or the village sewers. But when we applied for the permit, the health department came there and they indicated that there is a septic field. So in order to have a better knowledge of where the septic lines are located, I applied for the Freedom of Information Act release. And then I received, I believe it's from the county or from the health department, I received the map, which I believe you have as well. It's a pretty old hand-drawn map, but during the health department visit, they confirmed the location. So that's all my experience. The only other thing I was doing with the septic field was hiring a septic company to clean the septic tank. And I also tried to get a better knowledge of how much it would be to redesign and relocate the septic field in case that this variation would fail. So I got some prices for that, and it's basically tens of $1,000s to do. So I really hope that I would, I wouldn't be forced to do that. So that's all my knowledge I have about that.
I would be very skeptical of granting or recommending that this case be approved, but for the fact that the old garage existed since probably the 1970 period. And it does appear to be, reasonable in that event. What about landscaping on the side? To go to 1 foot doesn't permit much room for landscaping.
I mean, my neighbor has a garage in pretty much the same spot as mine in terms of the distance between the garage and the property line. I mean, the property line is closer, but he built a fence there, and the fence is very close to his garage. So I believe that if I did the same thing, that wouldn't be an issue.
Boy, I can barely see his garage. Yeah, okay. This is the outline of his garage.
Yes, with these property lines are exact.
Ah, I
Just
see.
that's
Oh, I
right,
see.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at an aerial photograph.
Mhm.
All right, I'm not gonna make a decision. Let me ask you this. Uh, There are a lot of alternatives here. Reducing the garage to 19 by 20 would still permit a 2-car garage and may give us a foot for landscaping. Whether that's reasonable is still a question in my mind. It just seems to be a compromise for the sake of compromise,
Mhm.
rather than achieving any material impact. Particularly given the fact that your neighbor's garage is in quite the same spot on his lot.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you've got to work out some issues with the health department in order to have their objection satisfied. And I'm gonna when do you propose to begin this project?
As soon as possible. I mean, we are only waiting for this variation. We already applied for the permit, and the permit is on hold also because of that. But otherwise, we have all the materials. We have the time and need to do it since I live there. So,
All right, could I ask you to try to work things out with the health department to see what compromise can be reached with the health department?
mhm.
And if no compromise can be reached, I'll make a decision about the case. But if you can resolve some of their objections, it will be probably in your best interest as the matter comes finally before me,
Mhm.
and then ultimately the development committee and the full county board. So you've got a little work to do. I'll hold the case for, let's say, I don't know, a week or 10 days or whatever you need,
Mhm.
and give you a decision, you know, time is more urgent for you, so I know you'll be diligent about it. But if you could do that, I'll make the decision shortly after that issue is resolved with the health department.
Mhm.
Then, you'll get a copy of my decision through email from our staff. Okay, do you have anything else?
I believe that's it. So basically, I need to contact the health department directly about this and have their limit.
We can talk with them and see if we can set up a meeting.
Yeah, okay, you can get a little guidance from our zoning staff too.
Thank you.
If you would. All right, if that's it, I'll close the hearing and hope we can work things out for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.